Hey everybody, we're live. Annie and I. Annie's chilling. I got her to the dog park for about 25 minutes today, which was good. She needed it, didn't you, baby girl? Got a little muddy, wrestling around with other dogs in the mud. She loves it. Hey Frank. Frank, what did you eat? Did you eat Chipotle or did you eat some of your leftover lunch? Hey Olivia. Snow is in the house. What's going on? Oh, snazzy hair. I guess I just took a shower. I was at Frank's car wash all day. Ah, Frank had Chipotle. Oh, I left my leftover lunch in my van. Oh yeah, that's good. Go put it in the fridge. Hey, Vicky. Yeah, I have glasses. I have reading glasses, so I don't have to pull this thing so close to my face anymore because I had surgery in my other eye this week. So now I have two plastic lenses in my eyes, one in each eye. So I can see pretty good far away, but everything up close is really blurry. You like the hair and glasses combo. Thanks. Hey, Jason. Man, what the heck happened? We're at your mall. Did anybody get hit or hurt that you know of at that shooting? There was a shooting at the mall where Jason went to go get some dinner. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, it was in the parking lot? Oh, good. That's better than being in the mall where there's like lots of people and stray bullets can harm people who weren't even intended to get shot. Not that any shooting's good, but it's better to be out in the parking lot than in a crowd if it's a crowded mall. Yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad. Oh, someone went to the hospital alive? Well, that's good. Yeah, it's been a while, Snow. That's all right. Yeah, it's okay. You got to do what you got to do. We went through the vinyls. We went through all the vinyls. Oh my gosh, you guys have to guess. So I typed them all up. I typed up all the albums that Frank has. Not all the vinyl records because there were a lot of two records in an album. One of them had 10 records. The mood and music, the mood music for listening and relaxation or whatever had 10, and there was popular music that lasts had another 10. So I'm not talking about each individual vinyl, but just the total number of albums Frank had. How many do you think? So I typed them all up. I categorized them into by artist, and then I only had a couple other music categories. Olivia guesses 150. I did it by artist, and then I did the other music categories were soundtracks, classical and opera. I combined. And brass and military I combined. And then there was the other miscellaneous category like Hawaiian, Scottish, lots of Hawaiian, that kind of thing. Snow said 474. Jason said 145. Olivia 474. She typed it out in all caps. Now I got a question for Snow. If everybody guessed. Jason guessed 120. Idiom, how many albums do you think Frank has? Not vinyl records. There's way more vinyl records. But how many albums? What is up, idiom? 250. Okay. I think everybody's guessed. We've had guesses anywhere from 120 or 150, 120 to 474. Now, Snow. Snow, I'm very concerned. How did you guess 474? The number of albums was actually 476. So there were probably easily way over 500 vinyl records that Frank has. But 476 albums. So that's why when Snow guessed 474, I was like, what? How did you guess 474? Yeah, I typed them all up too. I typed up the album titles and the artists, and then some notes if I needed to type some notes in it. And I gave it to them. So they're all organized now. But I don't think I'm not going to do that with these discs because I don't even know what this music is. They're just all really old music, and they all have these discs. These old discs have numbers on them. It's almost like you would just organize them by number. No, I just took a shower. I always put hair product in, but since I just got out of the shower and the wind didn't have a chance to blow it all over the place, this is what it kind of looks like. But it is very long. I usually have much shorter hair. Yeah. Yeah, it did. It felt like you snuck in. You must have done it when I wasn't home or when I was sleeping, Snow. Mm. You got off a bit. Yeah, you missed a couple. Oh yeah, quote time. That's right. Thanks, Olivia. I almost forgot. I'm sitting here just enjoying the space in my apartment. Look, all the vinyls are gone. They're back at Frank's warehouse. So the only thing I have now is this Edison phonograph and these 2 boxes of Edison discs. Everything's well over 100 years old. It's crazy. My brain malfunctioned, never mind. I know, mine malfunctioned too. It's like I can actually walk up to this quote now. I'm usually really far back. All right, attitude. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, and especially than what other people think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It'll make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. Charles Swindoll. Whew. Oh, Snow. You did. Snow found Orangey. I got to look up all these albums. Those are some of Frank's albums. Orangey's hanging out in front of the albums. Let's go see where Annie went. I think she's tired. I fed her some. I took her to the dog park, fed her some food. Yeah, she's tired. She played at the dog park and had some food, so she's crashing. That's where she is. Bye, Annie. You can come visit me if you want. She must be too tired to go crazy. Okay. Well, let's see. I was going to try something. Let me try this. I was going to try to put this on the piano. See, this is why I got the piano, so we can prop this up. Hold on a minute. Can we see this? Yeah, here's the Victrola. Okay. Oh, we got the I keep calling it a Victrola because my parents had a Victrola, not a Edison phonograph. They had an RCA Victor Victrola. Okay, that's the piano. Covering it back up. Depression, Olivia. What the heck? Oh, I started playing the piano, and look who came out here. Annie came out. Hi, girl. That's kind of cute. Here, look at this. I love these covers. They're pretty sweet. See how they all these discs have a special number? Number 80294. This is Serenade Les Millions de Harlequin. Edison Diamond Disc Recreation. I mean, this paper is just like wants to fall apart. You know. Look at this. Look at this. It says, it is important that this recreation, they call it a recreation disc because it recreates the sound, that this recreation shall be played at no other speed than 80 revolutions per minute. This is the speed at which all Edison recreations are made. It is therefore necessary to keep your phonograph at this speed in order to obtain the best musical results. Time it occasionally. How are you supposed to time 80 revolutions per minute? You're supposed to count the revolutions? Oh no, this one's dirty. What the heck? Look at this. I'm not playing this side. There's some kind of gum or something on it, or paint even. That's weird. Yeah, I'm dropping this one in the middle because there's something on the edges of this disc. This disc got dirty. You feel like this is quote part 2? What's quote part 2? Annie ASMR. I'm missing some of this. Yeah, my eyes are actually kind of green. These glasses may make them look a little bit more blue than they are. I have green eyes. Oh, hey, Dan. Okay, here we're going to drop in the middle of Pretty Edelweiss, Alone at Last, by Franz Lehár. Armand Vesey and his Hungarian orchestra. Okay, here we go. You guys want to hear some more of these? I got the rag in so that it won't be too loud. I need some more light. I'm not sure that helped very much. Okay. Here we go. I'm dropping it in the middle past where there's some crazy stuff on the disc. It just sounds so old. It just sounds like an old. trying to see the comments here. Oh, it was my quote tone. Sorry, Olivia. I get you now. Really, Dan? I didn't know there wasn't any voice in movies until 1927. Wow. Holy cow, that just seems like a long time. I just toned down the light a little bit. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My eyes aren't that light. They're light. They're green, but I guess you guys aren't used to having light come at me. The light is usually behind me. I don't have one of those ring lights that shine on my face. Maybe my eyes would look a little bit lighter if I did. Al Jolson was the first talking one. Wow. These discs are so crazy. I mean, I wonder how they sounded when they were new, you know, like 113 years ago. There probably wasn't so much static. Yeah, I usually don't have any lights on in front of me. Al Jolson sounds familiar, but I don't know. Uh-oh, I think that's it. Okay. I can't play the other side of this disc. It's just, there's too much like stuff on it. I don't know what's on it. I'm not gonna try and clean it off right now. I'm gonna try and just try and organize these things here. Face down. Oh boy. I don't even know if this one goes with it. It's kind of cool. Did I show you guys this yet? I don't think so. Let me clean it off. They stamp the numbers on the edges because they're a 1/4 inch thick. They're really thick. So you can see the number that I was telling you about represents each disc. They stamp it into the edge. And I'm trying to see if this is this one. 50494. Nope, this is not the one. I think I'm gonna have a hard time figuring that out. This one is 50195. Infanta March. It's a banjo solo with orchestra accompaniment. Boy, that ought to be interesting. And the other one's a Dixie medley. These are kind of interesting. I want to hear these. Banjo. Jewish man doing blackface AI. Maybe it was a jazz singer. Huh. Oh, I see what movie you're talking. Okay, the first movie, that's what you're talking about. Dan, that had voice. It reminds me of baloney. Okay, here it is. This one is Infanta March. And it's a banjo solo with an orchestra accompaniment. Okay, this one I can start on the edge. gotta crank this thing up. There's the banjo. I hope everybody had a better dinner than me. I had peanuts and a Miller Lite. I should have gone and got something. I didn't have time to make anything. Oh, a 19-year-old shot in the wrist. Gee whiz, what is wrong with them? Hey, Hadiel. Welcome. We're playing music that's over 100 years old on an Edison disc phonograph. Ooh. Ham hocks and split pea with toasted cheese. That sounds good, Dan. It almost came out good. Olivia doesn't like peas. Even the name peas. Hey, Jackson, what's going on? I watched college basketball yesterday. I went to a bar yesterday and watched something, but I didn't see any good games. And I was working all day today, so I didn't have any chance, but I listened to it on the radio on my drive home. I listened to one of the games. Are you watching? I think after church I'm gonna be watching some of the games. I want to make sure Annie's not gonna chew on anything down there. Okay, she's all right. Yeah, I wish I could watch more games. I love March Madness. I gotta crank this up, or like Olivia said, the music is gonna get demonic. It slows down and we start hearing messages that you shouldn't hear. Okay, this one is another, it's called Dixie Medley, another banjo solo. Oh, you know this song. I gotta get some more rags to stuff into this horn. It's too loud. Whoa, did it get loud? Holy mackerel. That's better. You guys should have seen Annie. Annie totally freaked out when I pulled the rag out and it got super loud. She was on the ground like, what the heck is that? It's classic. Yeah, Matt's neighbors are pissed. Deep vacuuming. They're outside with pitchforks. Cool. I like that one. I love the metal on metal breaking. It just sounds so bad. It sounds like you don't have any brake pads left when you go to stop this thing. It's like, okay. Hey, this is kind of cool. There's a couple of them with a different color. Remember the other one was like light brown, almost like a paper bag? Well, this one's like a dark brown with green in it, you know, like a brown green type of color. Edison record. This one is number 50257. Shadowland and Foxtrot. Well, this ought to be good. Let's see. It's nice and clean, pretty clean. Okay, this one says The Colored Recruits. Coon Vaudeville Sketch with Banjo. Golden and Hines. I have no idea what to expect from this. No idea what that means even. And fire. Vicky, they got fire outside. This music makes me feel young again. Okay, here we go. Better crank this up. Annie left me again.
What did Byron do, Jim? What's it? Well, geez, I'm trying to learn that reveille. I'll play it on a banjo for you, Bill. That's the way to play it. Now try it. All right, I'll try it once more. Good Lord, I wish I could learn to play that reveille before that recruiting officer gets killed. Too late, here he comes now. Whoa. Whoa,
This
hello,
is
Captain.
weird.
My Lord, but you certainly do look everything with that air uniform. You have scandalously nice notion. Young man, what is your name? James Jefferson Bacon Brown. What is that on your coat? That's a medal. Did you get it for bravery? No, my grandfather gave it to me. Where did he get it? He found it.
Dan, I must miss what you're talking about. Wonder if they have some type of acetate leaching out.
Yes, indeed I is. Well, when are you going to join? Just as soon as this prescription is over. What branch of the service are you going to join? The aviators? What's that? Why, the fellows that go up in the flying machine. Don't beat it. This young nigger ain't no buzzer. I'm going to stand right there down on the ground. See, the terracotta is good enough for me. I want to join the infantry. Yes, but if I
Oh, the paper binder, yeah.
the cavalry, just think how you would look on a big black handsome horse with a bright flagging sword, and when the general gives the command to charge. Isn't that a picture? Yes, indeed, Captain. That's a pretty picture the way you tell it. But I don't admire to ride no horse. I'm going to join the infantry. So when the general gives the command to retreat, I don't want no horse to hold this nigga back. Well, I guess you better join the colors right now. Go after breakfast. No, sir, now. All right, Captain, I'll join. Good. Now then, fall in. Fall in what? Fall in line. Here, take this gun. Attention. Shoulder round. Right face, left face, right face. Come on, Captain, this your hand, my right face. Well, who said it wasn't? Right shoulder.
Oh, this is
left
not
shoulder,
fun.
Right shoulder. Good Lord, when you find to make up your mind. James Jefferson, you're going to be a hard man to train. Were you ever in any battles? I was in a million. Go on, Mickey, you're fabricating. There never was a million battles. When I was in 100. No, nor 100. Well, I was in 2. That's more like it. What 2 were they? One with my wife in the Battle of Bull Run. How did you make out with your wife? I surrendered. And that's the Battle of Bull Run. I shot the bull. I guess you're doing that now. If the truth is known, I'll bet you run.
I think this is supposed to be comedy.
Well, there'll be no running in this army, only at the enemy.
Yeah, no kidding. The fact that this thing still works, everything still works, it's amazing. These records are way before the Great Depression. So this player is from 1913, and the records are from late 1912 to 1918. That's when they made. That's when they made these diamond records for a diamond stylus.
We ain't no appetizers, but there'll be no talk on prizes if they let us use our razors in this ball. Yes, the seen them use my barber shop. Yes, the seen we've cut them wide open. That's what
All right, that was it. I don't know if the other side's similar or what. Yeah, you should see it underneath. I was trying to show you guys yesterday or 2 days ago. Everything's metal, like all the gears. There's springs and metal gears and oil and grease, and that's everything that's inside here. Even the horn, this arm, this is all brass. It's really heavy. The horn is brass. It's got like fake wood covering on it, like a laminate. That's the only thing that's peeling off. It's peeling off the metal horn. They wanted the horn to look like a piece of wood too, because you can obviously see it through the grate at the front. But I think if they would have polished up some metal, that would have looked cool too. All right. This one is called Whistling Coon. Sam DeVere, Edward Merker and Empire Vaudeville Company. Oh, it's probably another talking one. Oh, there's a massive chip on this one. Look at this. They said that these things, if you drop them, that you can get a chip. I don't know if you can see where my finger is. There's like a big chunk out of this black disc, and it looks gray right here. It's kind of missing a piece. Kind of hard to see on the camera, but I think this one was dropped. I gotta keep the diamond stylus away from that. That's what I learned. Learned that on YouTube. So I gotta drop it in the middle here.
Hey, fellas, ain't this a speech of a night? Some night. You bet it is. Fine. It's up to you. Hey, Tommy, have you ever
A radio is half the size of a Volkswagen. Same thing here. I remember my grandma had the same exact thing. It was a huge cabinet. It almost looked like a dresser or something.
Oh, the moon shines good. I mean, the sun shines bright in my old Kentucky home. In my old Kentucky home. Far away.
Do I want to say what again, Jason? I missed that.
Bring back my money to me, to me. Bring back. Oh, boy. Some harmony. Some harmony. Sing it again for the captain. Bring back. Bring back my money to me.
Bring back my Bonnie to me.
Some barber.
Don't bother. Ha 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 ha. Oh, say the title of the song.
Yes, so do. Hey, you ever do anything else but whistle? No, that's all I do. That's why they call me Whistling Pete. You ever sing any? Yes, but I only know one song, and that's about whistling. Well, sing it for us. No, I couldn't do that. I would sing it, that's all. Go ahead, sing it, I said. Well, of course, if you were still. One cut loose. Oh, it seems if a time comes very funny, but the
This is weird.
Oh, it's got her lips like a pound of lipstick and a nose like a ninja rubber shoe. He's a lippy, happy couple in a top of heavy dick, and he whistles like a happy killy loo. He's an independent, free, easy, fat, crazy ham with a face like a big bamboo. Oh, I never heard him talk to anybody in my life, but he's happy when he whistles this too. Oh, he whistles in the morning, in the day, and through the night, and he whistles like the devil going to beer. Oh, he whistles like a locomotive in his feet, and he whistles when his wife was dead. One day a fella hit him with a brick upon the mouth, and his jaw swelled like a balloon. And now he goes along like a monkey in a fit, and this is how he whistles that too. I can't sing no more, you'll have to help me out. Come on now, everybody. Well, good night, fellas. Good night. Good night, Pete. Good night, soldiers.
I can't believe this thing actually works. You should see this, the diamond stylus, the way it's like floating and moving around on the record. It's pretty amazing. Okay. Edison record. Ooh, this one has a patent on it that's later than the other ones. This one has a 1914 patent on it. These greenish colored ones seem to be about a year newer. Nope, this one doesn't have. This one only goes up to from 1902 to 1912 are the patents. I'm just making sure that the numbers match. Something 0426. You know, these are not all in the right sleeves, Frank, you know? This is supposed to be disc number 50426, but this looks like 50257. It's probably backwards for you guys. All right, let me see. What is this? Shadowland Foxtrot. Hey, that was that other one. I know where this one goes. And I'm on my way to Dublin Bay medley. One step. All right, we're going to do Foxtrot first. I got to remember what this was. 50257. 50257. This is a lot of work. Okay, here we go. I think I can fix this. I think I know. Yeah, these are in the wrong ones. This belongs to the one that's on the player right now. Maybe this is the other one. 504. Man, that's a harsh sound. I don't think so, Jason. I think it was English, Olivia. It was English. I know, it's hard to understand. But don't forget, I plugged this up because it's just too loud. So it's probably changing the frequency response. Frank and I are trying to figure out what this is. It's like some kind of accessory or something. I don't understand it. It's very heavy. It's metal, very heavy metal. It just sits here. Hey, all right. What the heck? There we go. Okay. Sometimes it gets a little caught. Okay, I gotta wind this up again, I think. Okay, help me put this thing on right. What's kind of cool, as the arm moves across the record, because it's all connected to this horn, the horn in here moves ever so slowly. It's pretty sweet. kind of like a music box in a way, yeah. Maybe. Because some of it comes out of the back. Let's try that. It did dampen the sound. Now it's all coming out of here. Let's see what happens when we open up the back. Yeah, it gets louder. It's getting satanic on me. All right. I must not have cranked it long enough. Okay, let's pick it up. Let's break it. And then move it. All right, all right. Okay, I'm going to have to put this down now. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next. I think we'll do one more. I'll probably have to stop this at like 9 o'clock. I don't want to go past 9 o'clock with my neighbors. I know it's Saturday, but I better start a trend here. A Perfect Day Waltz. Jodas's Society Orchestra for dancing. A Perfect Day Waltz, and the other side is Sunset on the St. Lawrence Waltz. So we're ending it on some waltzes. Does anybody know how to dance? A little waltz action. These are 80s. These are not 78s. These are 80s. That's a good point, Dan. I don't know. It might. No, it's not because there's. It's very tall. It's like this is 3 inches tall and 1.5 inches in diameter. So the inner diameter is 1.5 inches, and it's 3 inches tall. And there's this, not only a hole at the bottom, but there's this hole here. I don't get what it's doing. It might be adding to the sound in some way, because there's a hole in the wood and it goes down into the horn area. So it may just be adding to the sound. I don't understand it though. But yeah, they were only 80s. Industrial warfare. Shavua Tov. Hey, Saleh. Oh, Space VR. How are you? I remember Oreo GT. Space VR. We're playing some 113-year-old record player right now. Yeah. Okay, one more waltz. Wait, if it goes on, it's not going on. What the heck? Here we go, I think. You literally have to crank this up for every record. It cannot make it through 2 songs. Every side of the record, you gotta crank it. Another waltz. Yes, Saleh, I like audio. I used to read Audiophile magazine, and I spent like 1/4 in college working in the audio center at the university. I just didn't have enough time. But I love good sound. That's a good one, Space. That's true. That's true, Sol. Is it Sol or Soleil? But that'd be the next invention. Yeah, I know space, yeah. Bluetooth audio. Yeah, it's not bad. Look at how the arm has moved all the way over here, because this disc plays pretty far into the center. Now look at the horn, how it's rotated straight ahead now. It's not coming up. I gotta put this down and try to get it. There we go. Okay. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys the direction that the horn, it looks like a speaker, but it's a horn, you know. I'm gonna show you the direction that the horn is facing now that I move the arm back. So remember, it's just kind of cool how it works. The arm moved all the way over to here because it played very close to the center of the record, and that lined up the horn very straight. So now we had to move the arm back, and look at how the horn is angled out in this, like this direction. It's like everything moves on this thing. There's like, other than the cabinet, everything is a moving part. It's pretty sweet. That's a lot of work. I'm like standing up and Well, of course, I worked at Frank's place today, so that took some time, but I had to. Yeah, see how dark my eyes look, Olivia? There's no light in my eyes. Yes, yes, Ollie. As the needle progresses along, the horn also changes direction as well. As the music plays, it goes from facing on an angle toward coming straight out of the phonograph cabinet. It's so cool. It's unbelievable how this thing still works 113 years later. All you gotta do is oil and grease it. Yeah, crank it. It's just made of springs, gears, well, of course, the horn. The most complex part is they call it the reproducer, which kind of hangs or floats off the arm. The arm goes, the reproducer kind of floats, which has the diamond stylus. And that's connected to the arm, which then connects to the horn. And that's an interference metal to metal fit. But it's really cool how the diamond stylus is kind of hanging there from a string, and that goes into like cork and rice paper into the arm, which goes into the horn. It's like a giant tuba, you know? It's pretty funny. And then there's all these gears and springs underneath. It's really, really cool. Man, these things probably sell. I haven't seen many for. I haven't seen any for under 1,000 online. And if you have them in good condition, they're like 2,000 or more. But this is one of the early ones because the model A200 came out in late 1912 through 1918. This one's 1913. You know, we can kind of clean it up a little bit, and this thing would sell for over $1,000. We didn't grease any parts yet, but we do need to oil it probably. There's an oil, I think I showed you guys yesterday. It's hard to see when it's dark, but this thing, it's a little piece of metal on a swivel. It says oil. I don't know if you can see that. See, it says oil. And then you move it, and there's this little hole, and it goes into a drip pan. It's a really skinny drip pan. It's, you know, like a 1/4 inch by 1.5 inches. But then there's like 4 pipes that come out of the drip pan that go in this direction, this direction, this direction, and another direction underneath. And it's probably oiling a lot of the gears that need it. But we just don't know what kind of oil and how much we need to put in here. So we haven't done anything like that yet. But it's pretty sweet. No, it doesn't specify what kind of oil it takes. You know, I'm starting to think that this thing here has to do with the sound. Because you know how when you close the lid, it gets quieter, and there's sound like leaking out in all these areas, especially in the back, because it's pretty wide back here. But there's something about this little porthole. There's a little hole here in the wood, and then it comes into this 1.5 inch by 3 inch like cylinder with a hole. And I think they had to like tune this somehow to get the frequency response correct. Do you know what I'm saying? So like if this thing was going to reproduce 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz perfectly flat, you know, even all across the frequency range, they probably had some kind of peaks or valleys in that frequency response, and then they made this and tuned it the size of it and the hole that it's over to get the frequency response that they wanted, to get the sound quality that they wanted. That's my guess. Yeah, right. So like they can tune that thing and, you know, probably fine tune the frequency response of the player. Wow. I'm thirsty. Drinking my Gatorade Zero. So just saying a little prayer that 19-year-old that got shot in the wrist is okay. Oh, this is not my piece. This is Frank's. This is Frank's Edison phonograph. And he got it, I think he got it at maybe a garage sale or, you know, like an estate sale or something. He paid a few hundred for it, but he could sell it for more, clean it up and sell it for more because it works fine. Plus, he's probably got 80 or so discs in these two boxes. You know, about 160 songs. It's pretty cool. It's not like they make them anymore, you know? This company went out of business in 1929. So they haven't made records in like 100 years. Yeah, I wonder what kind of material those records are made out of. Yeah, it is like reel to reel. Reel to reel. Yeah. Quality cassette tape. Those quality cassette tapes, man, those didn't last very long. They didn't go very far. They were cool because they were small and kind of portable, but excuse me, you couldn't find the tracks. It was impossible to find where the tracks were on the tape, and then the tape quality would degrade every time you would play it, you know, ever so slightly. Like I could say about every 4 times I played something, I could then start telling it sounded different or quieter. Yeah, the woodwork is nice. It really is intricate. It's kind of cool. I like the glass knob that they have on the drawer at the bottom. Oh, you should see some of this woodwork on the inside. Look at it. Look at this. This is so you can put, I think you can put your discs in. This is wood. They cut these perfectly even grooves. You see that? In the side of the drawers. It's insane. I don't know if they did that just for style. The inside of a drawer? It's possible they did it that way because it doesn't even go all the way down. So it can't be for a record. Yeah, it's not. I think they just did it for styling. Look at that. That is amazing right there, too. This interference fit. Here, too. That's so cool. So cool. Yeah, they really. I mean, I'll clean this up. It'll even look better. There's just so much dust and grime on it because it's so old. But it's working perfectly. I think it really just needs cleaned up and it needs some oil, and it'll be fine. You know, it'll be like new. Yeah, it is cool. Frank should listen to this. He should put these on when he's at home. Make him feel young again. Like somebody said earlier, when you listen to this music, no matter how old you are, you feel young because you're not 113 years old. I did. I watched TV yesterday, Jason. Unfortunately, here I have that TV antenna. It's a powered TV antenna. You know, the signal's amplified, but excuse me, I cannot get CBS. And CBS is what March Madness is on. So I went to a bar yesterday to watch some TV, to watch a couple games. But that's it. I don't really watch TV. I mean, I have time. I can make time to watch TV. I'm just not a big TV person. But I'll watch sports on TV. Yeah, that horn though, that horn's dirty, but here I wanted to show you something about that horn. It's metal. It is a metal horn. I don't know if it's brass or steel or what. Okay? But they put this like fake wood coating on this horn, and you can see where it's peeling off, and you can see the metal beneath it, like the steel. You see that? So I don't want to clean it up too much because I don't want to rub off all the wooden, you know, stuff. I think they wanted the whole thing to look wood, so that's why they did that. But I think they should have made it like a polished metal. I think that would have looked cooler. But that's the style of the day, I guess. Everything looks wooden. Like even this thing, even the turntable, like this felt, sorry, this felt on the turntable is brown, like wood. I think they were going for a certain look. Oh, you're missing a couple channels too? Yeah. Well, I think after church tomorrow, when we go to get some, Frank and I and some other guy are going to go get some pizza. It's kind of like a, maybe it looks like kind of like a pizza bar type of restaurant. So we'll be able to watch the games hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what, you know, what would you do with this thing? I mean, it's cool to have this old piece, but the music is like, it's okay. It's just so cool. It's like you would listen to it a few times, but you can't play anything other than the old discs on it. You know what I mean? Like that's the weird thing about this thing. I'm just trying to understand why these things are so expensive. You haven't been to your watering hole in over 4 months. Wow. How do you know I'm crashing and burning, Olivia? I am crashing and burning. I was up at 5 o'clock. and did a lot of stuff at Frank's. Some labor, you know, so just get a little tired. Get a little tired. Oh, did I yawn? I didn't even notice I yawned. I am a little tired. Yeah. All right, everybody. We call it an evening. It's pretty fun. I'll be interested to see all the types of music we have. So we've had like vaudeville, comedy, waltzes, banjo music. I'm just kind of wondering what kind of other music we're going to run into. I don't know what kind of music they had back in the 1913. You can probably read me from afar. Yeah. Good night, Jason. Good night, Olivia. Yeah, church at 8:15. No, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna do a live from right here, and I'll be ready to go to church. I'll do my live, and then I'll go to church. So I think I'll just do my live, but I'll do it from right here. Yeah, I've already read a little bit about it. All right, guys, get some good sleep. Saleh, thanks for joining. Everybody else, I don't know who else is on here, but I appreciate you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right? Have an awesome evening. Peace.